Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you, Akim Nakwath, out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Never Trust Thine Enemy. All right, of course, this comes from Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. All right, the title. And, today that's what we're going to be talking about, the enemy. All right, and who is our biggest enemy? Who is the biggest opposition? Who is, the deceiver, the wicked, the devil? All right, Esau, Edom. All right, the so-called white man. All right, he's the one that's bringing out all this evil, this disgusting, all the shit, man. And we can go ahead and actually start up with a different scripture, because instead of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 for the startup, I want to go ahead and grab Hebrews 12 and 16, which reads, Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Man, this is the devil. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called Caucasian man. All right. So-called, all right? And we say so-called because not everybody that looks, all right, like that is an Edomite, all right? There are people known as, speckled birds, I myself being one, all right? For you're ganging up on white people. Well, go ahead and look at me real quick, and then, you don't have an understanding of this truth, okay? You don't have an understanding of this truth, so you can go right on over to my page, right? Oh, he's... all you ninjas and you beaners, all you ever do is just, well, go ahead and look at me, and then you move on. All right, call me a wigger, or call me a jungle fever, whatever you want to call me. Go ahead and call me whatever you want to call me, and then move on. I don't understand why he's talking like that against his own people. Well, soon enough, you'll understand that I'm not you and you're not me. All right, just because you look one way doesn't mean anything, but for the vast majority of the time, all right, the people that look brown, all right, brown skin, look like so-called black people, all right, you would call them black people. The vast majority of them are Israelites, all right, just like the vast majority of people with the color such as my skin, the vast majority of them are Edomites, all right, 9 times out of 10, but that's why you can't use skin color as a defining factor, because it's not, most of the time doesn't cut it, most of the time doesn't cut it, because while, yes, most of the white people you see are Edomites, and most of the dark skin, black so-called feature having people, all right, are Israelites, not every white skinned person is an Edomite, and not every dark skinned person is an Israelite. You have Ham among the dark skinned people, all right, you might have other people, and same thing with Latinos. Someone might be a Latino, turn out, oh yeah, I'm Latino, and it turns out they're Spanish. And Spain, they're Edomites, man. All right, then again, not every Spanish person from Spain's an Edomite either. All right, a lot of the Italians are Edomites. A lot of them are also Israelites from, because of the whole Sicilian, right? So you can't use skin color all the time, but a lot of the time, the so-called white person are Edomites, and the so-called, Negroes are actually Israelites, okay? There might be bits and pieces here and there where that's not the case. Skin color isn't 100% definitive, but for the most part, all these new red-skin-looking, cave beast-looking people are Edomites, all right? So, wanted to put that out there, because you're going to have people, what do you mean? It's not about skin color. It's about lineage, all right? And their lineage, all right, for the most part, these so-called white people go back to Esau. All right, it's not a matter of if you're black, or if you're white, or if you're yellow, or if you're a little bit tan. It's not a matter of that. It's if you are Esau, if you are Ham, if you are a Judite, if you are an Issacharite, are you a Gadite? All right, are you from the tribe of Manasseh? All right, or Ephraimite? All right, or are you what else? Or are you a Moabite? All right, it's not about what color you are. Are you what nation are you from? All right, are you from one of the Israel nations? All right, such as some of the ones I mentioned, Judah. All right, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad. All right, Issachar. Or are you from a heathen nation such as Esau or Ham or Moab or Ammon or Ishmael or Amalek? where are you from? It's not about your skin color. It's about where are you from. It just so happens to be that a lot of the white-looking people go back to Esau, and a lot of the dark-skinned people go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, so now that we've opened with that, we can continue on. You know, Esau's still going to be butthurt, but we'd like to prove that just, you know, you never know if there's new people coming into the truth, and you never want to deter someone, you know, because they think that they can't be an Israelite because of the color of their skin. If this truth resonates with you, you very well could be an Israelite. Okay, you very well could be an Israelite. So, without any further ado, we want to go ahead and get right into it. But you got to realize this devil that we're talking about. All right, Esau, Edom. Lest there be any fornicator. We'll read it again. Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. This is who we're dealing with, man. Fornicator. All right, a fornicator. Let's go ahead and get this in the Blue Letter Bible real quick, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the lesson, man, because we got a lot to get through. So Hebrews 12:6, right here we got fornicator, which goes to the word pornos, all right, which means, a person who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse, fornicator, right? This could be the case, but I believe it's probably more than likely referring to the Greek word porneia, all right, right here, or porneia, all right, but they say porneia. It says illicit sexual intercourse, all right, adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with animals, all right, sexual intercourse with close relatives, sexual intercourse with a divorced woman. And there's a reason we skipped over man, because that's false. The defilement of idolatry, right? There's metaphorically for the worship of idols. You know, they're just wickedness, man. There's no one, as profane and ungodly, right? No fornicator or profane person, all right, as Esau. Profane meaning ungodly. All right, if you go into profane, what does it mean? Irreverent, all right. Ungodly, godless, disrespectful, all right. Sacrilegious, unbelieving, all right. No one as bad as Esau, all right. No one as bad as Esau, all right. Like it says, for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Wasn't worth the E, but thanks. So never trust thine enemy, man. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in with Ecclesiasticus 12:10, which here it is. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And I actually like this definition in the Good News Translation, I believe it is. Right here. It says, never trust an enemy, his wickedness is as destructive as rust. All right. And there was another translation that I believe it was a little bit different, and it basically said, just as, basically, how rust gets worse and worse and worse. It's the same thing with Esau, man. It gets worse and worse and worse. All right, so Esau is hey, man, is that we get closer and closer and closer to the end, as all of a sudden I have a Mike Tysonism. All right, as we get closer and closer to the end, we're gonna see this devil heat up with his tactics and his devilry. All right, and he's gonna, there's a scripture, we can go and grab that. Got all this flowing to me at once. No, he has but a short time. All right, this is Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, and the devil being Esau, Edom. And that's the thing, these Christians get the devil confused. They kind of mix up the devil, Lucifer, with the spiritual demon, Satan, and that's not how it works. Lucifer is referring to Esau, Edom. The devil is referring to Esau, Edom. When it's mentioned Satan, all right, that's speaking of the spiritual demon, Satan. But the devil is not speaking of Satan, all right, neither is Lucifer. Those are terms for men, those men being Edomites, Idumeans, all right, so-called white people. So it says, for the devil, so-called white man, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So in Jacob's trouble, and right before it comes out, that's what's gonna pop it off, is these devils know they don't have that much time left, and they're gonna, they're trying to get that beast order established, that new world order, And that's what they've been doing. They've been trying to establish that forever, man. It was a Roman, that draconian, that Roman rule set that they've been trying to push forever, man. It didn't work, and the fall of Rome happened, and they rebuilt it, and it didn't work, and that happened. And what are they doing? They're gonna keep on trying to establish, because they think they're gonna get it done, but it's not the case. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not gonna allow that to happen. Okay, he's gonna allow them to think that they had it happen just a little bit, and mark of the beast, and so things like that. But ultimately, it's not gonna be a long. Esau doesn't have a 5-year plan. Okay, they don't have a 5-year plan. Okay, they got we got it. Look, guys, we got that was fun while we had it. Oh no, we're going into slavery. That's how it's gonna be for these devils. They're not gonna get away. No, they're not gonna get away. Okay, so these devils, man, you don't trust them. All their shit is bad. All their shit is bad. They conquer lands, they steal people, they grape people, they unalive people constantly. It's just it's the lies. They fuck up history and rewrite it and say, scientifically this and that, and then you prove those things wrong, and then you're crazy, and they'll do this and that. Hey man, never trust these devils, man. Look what happens when you trust them. Look what happens when you trust them. Nothing good ever happens. Nothing good ever happens when you trust these people, man. So we're going to go ahead and get some of Esau's, accomplishments of the past, as they would call. And we're going to basically go ahead and show you these devils, man. They lie, they steal, all right, they murder. That's the inherent nature of these Idumeans, of these Edomites, man. That's just the type of people they are. Okay? So, Blocky, I was seeing a video that just came out by Elder Natazatpa. So let's go ahead and get some things, because these people in the world, they think, why? Well, no, our government is here for us. Our government, we got to trust our government, we got to vote, we got to do all these, and all that shit's a lie. Voting's a lie. It's already been proved that it's a scam. It's already rigged. The NFL's rigged. Everything's rigged. All right, it's all rigged. All right, it's all rigged. All right. But these people think they're really doing something when they go out and vote. Get your booty to the poll. Get your booty to, and they do all this shit, and they really think that they're doing something, and they're not. They're not. You're not doing anything. It's already been set up. They know. You think the elites are gonna give you the privilege of choosing your ruler? Hell no. They're gonna tell you who you're gonna get, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna like it, or you're not gonna like it, and you're gonna bitch about it. All right. That's it. That's what you do. So let's go ahead and get some of these guys. The government loves you so much that you trust the government. And the government would never harm its citizens. It would never do anything wrong. All right, trust the government. Trust the government. Trust Esau. Trust Daddy Esau. Don't trust God, but trust Esau, right? No, well, where has that gotten you? Where has that gotten you, trusting in man? Destroyed, all right, experimented on, killed, slain, graped, robbed, right? You'd be better off trusting in the Lord. But you Edomites, you don't trust in the Lord. The Lord's not for you. But you Israelites, you have a chance. But you're still over here trusting in what Esau set up for you. This Jesus Christ bullshit. All right, these churches, all right, that it's all prophesied throughout the Bible that you're not supposed to be in. But what are you doing? You're still in it. It never came to your mind, why do these churches keep fucking burning down? That never came to your mind? Why would God allow that? Why would Jesus Christ allow that? Why would he allow all these churches to be burnt down? The Church of Notre Dame burnt down. These churches over here in the South burnt down. The churches on the East Coast burnt down. Churches on the South Coast burnt down. West Coast burnt down. Why are all these churches burning? If there's establishments of the Lord, why are they all burning down? Because the Lord's pissed at these places. He's not with those churches, man. And his name's not Jesus Christ. The Son's name is Yahushai, and the Father's name is Yahweh. Okay? Not no Jesus Christ and God. God's a title. Okay? That's like referring to, a person that cooks your food as cook. Cook. He has a name. Cook. You're just going to call him cook? Cook's a title. He is a cook, but what is the cook's name? All right? Look at Gordon Ramsay. Is his name Cook? No, it's not Cook. It's Gordon Ramsay. All right? And the same fact that with God, his name's not God. Is he God? Yes. But his name is not God. His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. All right, and you can't reach the Father but through the Son, so you say Yahweh Bahashem, meaning in the name of Yahushai, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, the Father in the name of the Son, and that's in Paleo Hebrew. The Father, Son's a name, and Bahashem. It's all Paleo Hebrew because that's the original Hebrew, not this Yiddish bullshit. All right, not this Yiddish shit that these fake little 1948ers are rolling out with. No, but true Paleo Hebrew, the original Hebrew, right? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, okay? But you got, for it's who it's for, all right? Some people are not going to get it, and it's not for you to get it, man. So let's go and see how much you should trust these devils, how much you should trust these Edomites, right? Because they're here to help you, right? Have no fear, Esau's here, right? Operation Mockingbird. What is that? It says Operation Mockingbird is because the news is always truthful, right? Everything's truthful. Believe everything you hear, believe everything you see, just believe everything, right? The government would never lie, right? Operation Mockingbird, it is it's not alleged. It says large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, aka the CIA. It says that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate domestic American news media organizations for propaganda purposes. According to the author Deborah Davis, Operation Mockingbird recruited leading American journalists into a propaganda network and influenced the operation of front groups. CIA support of front groups was exposed when an April 1967 Ramparts article reported that the National Student Association received funding from the CIA. You know who else receives funding from the CIA? The cartel. It says in 1975, Church Committee congressional investigations revealed agency connections with journalists and civic groups. In 1973, a document referred to as the Family Jewels was published by the CIA, containing a reference to Project Mockingbird, which was the name of an operation in 1963 which wiretapped 2 journalists who had published articles based on classified material. The document does not contain references to Operation Mockingbird. So it's that propaganda, man. It's that feeding, that mind control, that government mind control. And they've been thinking about how to do that forever. You know, MK Ultra. All right, we can go and grab that. We can go grab MK Ultra. Leave that one up. You know, they've been trying to find out a way to control your thoughts and control who you are and to make you obey and submit for so long. MK Ultra was an illegal human experimentation program designed and undertaken by the U.S. CIA, right, intended to develop procedures to identify drugs that could be used during interrogations to weaken people, enforce confessions through brainwashing and psychological torture. It began in 1953 and was halted in 1973. So that's 20 years of just, bullshit. MK Ultra used numerous methods to manipulate its subjects' mental states and brain functions, such as the covert administration of high doses of psychoactive drugs, especially LSD, and other chemicals without the subject's consent. Electric shocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, and other forms of torture. There you go, man. So, and there you go with those front organizations. But Esau is here to help, guys, right? The government's here to help you. They're here to help you. The CIA, man, the CIA. It's still established, right? Known as the agency. So, and they think you think it's here to help you? You think the government's here to be on your side? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. They're here to destroy you, torture you, experiment on you, put out, lies in the media, all right? And you think, and they have psyops too, man, and this brain control didn't stop here. You think they just, it concluded in 1973, or do you think they just stopped? No, man, they did it in other ways. We have it in our television now. We have it in our video games now. We have it in all forms of media, books, all right, TV, all right, movies, all right, music, all right, kill your brother, murder your mother, shoot him up, you sell drugs, be a thug, and you listen to that, oh yeah, man, this song's awesome, man, this is lit, I should sell dope, and that's what you do, man. And they're like that movie, They Cloned Tyrone. Go and watch that movie, man. A lot of brothers were talking about it when it came out. Go and watch that movie, They Cloned Tyrone. There's some, it's a goofy movie, but when they get to a certain part in that, I'll just say when they get to the part, with a lab in it, I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you if you haven't seen it, but when they get to the part with the lab, you start seeing what type of shit these Edomites really got going, man. And the whole chicken, that shit's real, man. Why are people only really fighting and hardcore shooting each other up at Popeyes? Why is it? All right, why is it like that? I'm talking, there's shootings everywhere, but why is the vast majority of fast food related incidents always a Popeyes? All right, always a Popeyes. Well, it's because a lot of black people go to a lot of black people go to a lot of different places. Why doesn't it happen at Cane's? Why doesn't it happen at Chick-fil-A? Why don't you hear it happen about all these other Wawas? Why don't you hear about it talking about those places? Bojangles. Why don't you ever hear about any shootings or fight? I mean, you might hear occasional, but why is it always a Popeyes? You ever think about that? It's always a Popeyes. You got to think about that. There's a scene dealing with chicken in in the in that movie They Clone Tyrone. Putting shit in your food. All right, it's the same thing. You think that's just based on nothing? They just made that shit up? No, man. That shit's really going down. But we're just conspiracy theorists, right? That's all we are. We don't know nothing, right? It's not like many conspiracy theories are now conspiracy facts, conspiracy truths, and now they're not conspiracies. Now they're known as what? Illegal events that occurred or actual conspiracies, right? Not theories, but yeah, it was a conspiracy that happened. Yeah. There's a lot of things that have been proved to be true, Everyone was saying, "Oh yeah, Pizzagate's fake." And then the lead guy who was debunking Pizzagate went to prison for what? What do you think he went to prison for? I think you know. All right, diddling of the kitties. That's what he ended up going to prison for. He was the one leading the charge on and debunking. Oh, well, this is fake. Turns out that he was part of it. You got to think, and they didn't go any further than that. Of course they didn't, because and it's that's just how they go. It's their thing. All right, and it's the thing why a lot of people, when you start getting into that child ring, all right, you know what I'm talking about when I say that child ring, that Hollywood child ring, and they start getting into that shit. A lot of people start dying, mysterious people having heart attacks, people getting in crashes, drug overdose, hanging themselves. There's a reason, because there's a lot of high profile people within those rings that they don't want that shit getting out. All right, they don't want that shit getting out. Okay, so people disappear, people go missing, people say, "Oh, I was just talking out my ass." All right, hey, because they'll be like, "We're gonna slit you and your family's throat if you keep talking about this." Right? But hey, that's what happened. So look, it's all Esau's lies, man. That's what they do. But you're not going to believe us, man. You're not going to believe us. And you're not going to believe us when we talk about it on a spiritual level, about these people. We could go ahead and say, "Oh, this is, the elite and all that stuff." You might not believe it. So you're not going to believe us when we talk about how, oh, it's actually Esau. All right, it's biblical. It's a biblical concept, because this is the type of people they are. They're trying to establish control. They're trying to usurp authority over the Lord, which will not be possible, but they're damn sure trying, right? And when we tell you that, you're not going to believe us when we tell you, oh, the 9/11 this or 9/11 that. You're not going to believe us when we tell, oh, the moon landing. You're not going to believe it that. So why are you going to believe us why would you believe us when we start correlating it to the Bible and telling you, oh, yeah, it's prophesied that this is how this devil is. All right, and this is who this devil was historically. They were the Romans, all right, and Greek. All right, they were the same people, that did this and did that, and they knocked noses off of statues. You're not going to believe it. Why would you believe us that? All right, why would you believe us with that if you're not going to believe us on surface level stuff? John 3:12, right? Hear it from the Bible. But the Bible says it best, right? Well, Yahushua in this case, this is red letter, so it's Yahushua speaking. John 3:12 reads, "If I have told you earthly things and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things?" If we tell you these internal documents, that I'm not on any special wacko deep conspiracy theory site, all right? The government can't get mad, right? Because it's all on Wikipedia. It's here. It's free and available to be read. All right. It's not something that's even trying to be hid. It's right here. Anybody can look at it right here on Wikipedia. It just pops up. You can come across this on accident. If one day you're going through, random articles, it could bring you to here. You just never know, man. But they try to say, oh, it's a conspiracy. None of these are conspiracies. All right. These are real things that happened. But again, John 3:12, "If I have told you earthly things and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things?" So if you're telling these people, surface level things about, about the government and about, how they're not here to help you, how you think they're going to believe you when you start getting into Esau and Jake and the rivalry and the blessings, all right, and how the type of person Esau is and that Esau's the devil? No, they're not going to believe you, man. They're not going to believe you at all. All right, and that's because you people, it's not meant for you to get. Man. Because the Most High, all right, has blinded you because you're not one of His, okay? And there's some Edomites or heathens that can get certain things, all right, about the government, but they really don't understand where this comes back to. They don't understand that draconic, the draconian law. They don't really understand it. The top level Edomites do. The elite. If I could get my tongue straight. The elite, they know these things, right? Because they're the ones that are formulating and coming up with these plans and hiding themselves, right? But you know, the lower level living in a trailer park, fucking their sister, Edomites, they're not gonna get. I think there's a conspiracy out here with the government and the aliens. I think they're working together. You know, they're gonna have all these dumb bug out thoughts, and they're not gonna get it. Some smarter. You know how you have people like Redacted. All right, they get certain government level things. All right, but they're not going to understand where those things are really going back to. They're not going to understand why is the government like this? You know, why? Because it's ruled by the Edomites, and the Edomites have an agenda that they're trying to push. They're not going to understand that part, so they can never really have the true understanding. All right, and you know that true understanding is only given to who it's given to. All right, notably the elect. That's it. Okay, 2 Corinthians. We're actually going to read from. Yeah, we'll just start with 3, but it says 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. We're going to read down to 4, though. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them." So unless, you know, you are reached out to upon by the Lord, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the full understanding. You're not going to get the truth. All right, you're not gonna get the truth. You're not gonna get the understanding of anything. All right, then you got people, the grand mystery. All right, these people don't understand anything. Right, the grand mystery. Remember the grand mystery? What is the meaning of life? We have the meaning of life. We know what the meaning of life is. You know, if you're in this truth, what is the meaning of life? We are servants to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's the meaning of life. There you go. All right, to serve the Lord as He wants us to serve Him. That's how. All right, that's the meaning of life. There you go. Boom. That's it. That, you know, you Edomite scientists, you've been searching for so long and trying to find out what the meaning of life is. To serve the Lord. That's the meaning of life. There you go. Well, that sucks. It might suck to you. Of course it might suck if you're an Edomite. All right? Yeah, of course. Well, you know, that sucks. Even Jake, that sucks. We're servants. We're servants. You're servants to Esau right now. You're Esau's servants. What are you talking about? It sucks to be a servant. Are you not a servant of Esau? You're a servant of Satan, of the devil. All right, the spiritual demon Satan, as well as the physical devil. All right, Esau. You know, you're a servant. Your mind's all fucked up. You are a servant of Satan, and you don't even realize it. Oh, it sucks. I don't want to be a servant. You already are, dummy. You already are, dummy. Wouldn't you want to be serving on the right hand instead of the left? No, you wouldn't, because you're stupid. You're dumb. All right, you have a brain problem. You have a learning disability, a spiritual learning disability. You're spiritually deaf, blind, and dumb. Spiritually, you're a Helen Keller, man. Deaf, dumb, and blind, and all this shit. You don't understand nothing. You want to hear this? Huh? You want to see this? Huh? Can you smell this? Huh? Taste this? Huh? I don't know. You don't know shit, man. What do you know then? What do you know then? You don't, and you're out there in that world. You don't know nothing. You can't see nothing. You can't hear nothing. Now, meanwhile, Esau is in full effect, rolling out and trying to roll out chips and mind control and working on this and that. And you don't know what? Nah, that's a conspiracy shit, man. Oh, cool. Well, we'll see how much of that conspiracy is when you got a goddamn chip jammed into your arm. We'll see how much of a conspiracy that is when you take that chip, because you got to buy a pack of Cools. You got to buy a pack of Cools and a bottle of Old E. We'll see how much of a fucking conspiracy it was, right? We'll see. Because a lot of you are going to get that shit, man. A lot of you are going to get that shit. So here's a whole list of false flag, and let's get the next scripture loaded up. Here's a whole category. All right, on Wikipedia, a false flag operation. We don't even have time to read them all, man. You got the 1953 Iranian coup d'etat. I don't know how to pronounce that. The 1999 Russian apartment bombings. The 2022 evacuation of Donetsk People Republic and the Luhansk People Republic. The Abu Ali Express. The Angiter Press. Look at all these, man. Boom, 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 boom. Blowing up Russia. What is that? All right, they're all false flag operations, man. What else do we got? All these, Operation Gladio, what is that? All right, what is that? The Cold War, you got so many, Pentric Rising. There's so many different, and these have been going on for a long time, going on for a long time. Some of these were back from the 1800s, 1970, what is this one? That one doesn't say. Little Green Men, 2014, and you got so many different ones, man. You got here's one, Operation Northwoods. All right, was a proposed operation that originated within the U.S. Department of Defense of the United States government in 1962. The proposals called for CIA operatives to both stage So the U.S. government was going to what? Stage and commit acts of terrorism against American military and civilian targets and blame them on the Cuban government, and would be used to justify a war against Cuba. Huh. Interesting. The proposals were rejected by President John F. Kennedy. What happened to him? How did he die? What was his cause of death? Let's see. Where was it? Where's his cause of death? I should have it. It's usually up here. What was his cause of death? Let's see. Oh. He was president of the United States from 1961 until his assassination in 1963. That's interesting. Let's go back. It was a false flag proposed in 1962. Well, that's quite interesting. And he rejected it. That's quite interesting. Good thing he's still alive and well. Oh, wait. He's not. So, you don't even, they'll kill their own people. They'll kill their own presidents. And that shows you the president doesn't control shit, man. He's just a puppet. And if you don't go along with their agenda, you'll end up Kennedy, man. You'll end up Kennedy'd. So, what else do we got? We got the Northwoods. My man. That was just the video of it, or the photo of it. All right, but so this was a thing that happened. All right, well it was tried to happen, at least it tried. All right, and then it was rejected by John F. Kennedy, and then what happened? You know what happened. What about the Gulf of Tonkin incident, the one that started Vietnam, right? The Vietnam War. How did the Vietnam War get started, right? How did that get started? Well, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, Vietnamese, says, I'm not going to read that in Vietnamese because I'm going to fuck that up. It says, was an international confrontation that led to the United States engaging more directly in the Vietnam War. Consisted of a confrontation on August 2nd, 1964, when United States forces were carrying out covert amphibious operations close to North Vietnamese territorial water, which triggered a response from the North Vietnamese forces. The U.S. government falsely claimed, lied, that a second incident occurred on August 4th, 1964, between North Vietnamese and United States ships in the waters of the Gulf of Tonkin. Originally, U.S. military claims blamed North Vietnam for the confrontation on an ostensible, but in fact, imaginary incident on August 4th. They said they launched attacks, all right, by, what was it, like launching missiles on them or something like that. And guess what? It never happened. All right. And the United States is the type, to go over to other countries and here it is. If we had, Russian ships fucking around over here, all right, on the fucking California coast, they would be launched upon. All right. They would be fired upon. If we had North Korea, they wouldn't even let them get that close. But let alone when the United States goes over to the Vietnam area, all right, or Russian area, and somebody launches on their ship. Hey, man, that's not fair, man. We're in a war with you. You launched on our ship. Why the fuck were you over there? If the Vietnamese or the North Korean or the Russians were over fucking around on the Oregon coast or the California coast or on the East Coast with fucking around in the oceans, those things would be bombed the fuck up. They wouldn't even make it that far. You'd have jets on them. You'd have the fucking army and all sorts of shit swarming them. But the United States goes over there to fuck around and carry out covert operations, and they get mad if they never did launch on them. All right, but they'd get mad if they did. Oh, they shot at us, man. What the fuck were you doing over there? If it was anybody else over here, it would be whoa, they were over on our land. We shot at them. We had all the right. But over there, they don't have the right to shoot at you, you stupid fucking idiots. Stupid, man. Stupid. And this is the government, man. And this is why Esau is burning all their fucking bridges. And this is why all these places, we have a lot of allies. Germany's getting sick of your shit. Russia's already sick of your shit. They're not an ally, and they haven't been. They're sick of your shit. All right. After a while, Ukraine's going to get sick of your shit because you haven't helped them. North Korea's sick of your shit. China's been sick of your shit. Japan's getting sick of your shit. All these countries are getting sick of your shit. France, doesn't take much for them to be, popped over. Once you have a couple people angry against the Americans, France will switch over. They're like, oh, we don't want no problems. And they'll switch right over, just as easy it was for Germany to roll in during World War II, right? They'll switch right over. And you think, and all of a sudden, all your allies are going to be up against you, all right? Up against you, Americans, all right? And you're, We're our allies, man. Oh, Britain, all right, already fucking despises you. Already despises you because you're constantly mocking them and making a mockery of them. So they already can't stand you, man. And you think you're gonna get some type of help from these people that you've just pissed and shitted on and burned bridges with? You know, Germany, you know Germany's already pissed because, you know, they already had an issue with whoever was gonna fuck up the Nord Stream pipeline. And then they said it was this and that. Everybody knows who blew up that Nord Stream pipeline. Biden says he had said he was gonna fucking do it. All right? And then it happened, and then it wasn't Biden, it wasn't America all of a sudden. Bullshit. These guys are lying. You know, and you can go through, look, these devils are going to lie to you and lie and lie and lie to you and lie about the things that they lied about. This is Psalms 10 and 5. It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. His ways are always, he never does anything good. He lies. He does unethical human experimentation. He traps people, grapes people, robs people, takes their land, all right, bombs people for no reason. Right? That's what Esau does. That's their thing. And they sit together and they make these little CIA document this, operation that, project this, project that. That's what they fucking do. That's their thing. That's their goal, man. Right? Let's go to Psalms 1. All right, Psalm 64 and 1 says, to the chief musician, a song of David. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. That's those internal, groups of Esau. They call it the Illuminati. It's the those secret councils, those elite groups. All right, those hidden little things, masonry. All right, the Illuminati. All right, the CIA, and all these internal little things where they sit around. What can we do? What can we do? And they come up with Operation this, Operation that, Project this, Project that. Right? Project Fuck the People, Operation Kill People. Right? That's the projects that they come up with. That's these people. Who? The Edomites, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? Psalm 64 and 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows. Even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. That's their ultimate goal, is to get the elect caught up. But it doesn't work like that. It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. All these, that's them laying snares, right? They say, who shall see them? But now they're starting to come out because Esau is being revealed. All right? Then that wicked be revealed. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, so Esau is getting revealed, all right, in due time, all right, and it'll get revealed more and more and more and more as we go on, right? And they don't think anybody's going to see them. There's a Psalm 64 and 6. It says, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both their inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. This is what they do. That's their fucking agenda, man. They've always been like that. Verse 7, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So that's, and this is, we've mentioned things with like Kanye, how they tried to, demonize the Hebrew Israelites, and then what happened? Bam! They tried to mess up us in this truth, and what happened? It ended up revealing them and revealing who Amalek is, all right, and that they're a bunch of bullshitting ass liars. How did that work for them? Not well, because the Lord pulled a gotcha. Ha, you thought you had us. All right, you thought you had it, but you didn't, all right, because the Lord controls all things. You're not going to get one over on the Lord, all right? That's not how it works, man. And these guys are liars, man. These Edomites are liars. Never trust them. All they do is lie. They just lie. Psalms 58 and 3, it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's what they do. They manufacture lies. They put together lies. And then they go ahead and do these things. We never did that. They never did that thing. We never did those things. You'd think if they would have made it, if they could go back and fix some things, so things like the Tuskegee experiment never came out, all right, that no one ever found out about it. If they could go back and fix these things to where they were never found out about, and they could just go away. If they could hide slavery 100%, you don't think that they would? Oh, look, that's literally the fucking poster child of unethical human experimentation in the United States. Look, a subject of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment has his blood drawn in 1953. Look at them, so-called Negroes, right? Israelites, right there. All right? looking like fucking, look at this Edomite here, looking like George Costanza from Seinfeld. You know, and that's the case, man. They could go back and find a way to do these things without them getting out and without them leaking. They absolutely would, man. You know, there's even been talk, I can't remember who said it, but it was one of these guys saying that the internet was a mistake, man. The internet was a mistake. It was supposed to be used as a programming tool, but now everybody's getting all this info. Look what we got. They would never have wanted this to be on the internet. They would have never wanted that, man. But it's here now because it's all documents that have been released. It's right here in front of your eyes. All right, and you don't believe it. You don't believe it. That's a conspiracy theory. That's just a conspiracy theory. No, it's not. It actually happened. Was the Tuskegee experiment a conspiracy theory? Now, before that came out, if yeah, they're injecting black people with syphilis, everyone, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. That's a conspiracy theory. But yeah, but it wasn't, was it? It wasn't, was it? Dumbass. This is Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. What is a physician? What is a physician? All right, a physician's a medical practitioner. All right, they are physicians, medical practitioners of no value. So if they say, hey, this medical thing, guess what? It's probably not worth a shit. All right, because they're physicians of no value. But you're going to continue to believe them and listen to them and, oh, Daddy Esau. Psalms 55:2. That's the wrong one. 55:21. I missed a 1 in there. Let me get the 1 in there. Psalms 55:21. Psalms 55:21 reads, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. You know, these things are just, conspiracies. These things aren't actual. You know, these are based upon unfound truths and half truths. And, you know, we fact checked this and we believe it to be untrue. We believe it to be a fallacy, a logical fallacy at that. And they do all that shit. And okay, yes, Daddy, I understand. Yes, okay, I'll go back to sleep. That's you fucking idiots, because that's how you are. You're Esau dick riders, man. You say, yes, Daddy, you go back and stay blind. You dumbasses. And then when something happens, oh, I wish I would have known. Wait, everybody's been trying to warn you. But you didn't listen because you thought that Esau was your best friend, that he was here to help you, walking around holding, people, let me tell you about my best friend, as you're walking down to your death with Daddy Esau, all right? Just a bunch of Esau dick riders. That's what you are, man. And you wonder why you don't understand nothing. All right, because everything Esau tells you, you got to realize you think your culture is death, guns, violence, and rap music and 40s and standing on the side of the street gangbanging. That ain't your culture, but it's what Esau told you your culture is. So now that's what you do. All right, you're Israelites, man. All right, a chosen people of the Lord, the chosen people of the Lord, princes, right? That's who you are. But no, now you've been dumbed down to a bunch of thugs, a bunch of vatos, all right, a bunch of res rats, all right, and res dwellers and alcoholics. That's what our people are thought of. And who pushed that ideology? Who pushed that agenda? Who pushed that thought process? Who pushed that culture on our people? Esau, with pushing the so-called Negroes into ghettos, pushing the so-called Latinos into barrios, and pushing the so-called Native Americans into reses. All right, the reservations, all right? That's and then what do they do there? Once you're in there, what do they put around you? Guns, violence, drugs, alcohol, opposition, right? And putting your people against your own people. And then guess what? Now that's how you're raised. That's just our life, man. That's just how it is. It's a black thing, you won't understand. It's a Latino thing, SA, you won't understand. You know that, and it's not even our customs, man. It's not even our customs. Our customs or cultures are written within the Bible, all right, as Israelites. But you don't think you're Israelites, you think you're black. Oh, wow, that's nice. How's the weather this time of year in black? Is it nice? That's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. I've never, never. Where is black on the map? What hemisphere is the land of black residing in? Because I've never heard of it, all right? You're black? Huh, American is in America, right? Mexican is in Mexico. Right, you got Dominicans in the Dominican Republic. Huh, where are the blacks from? Black? Blackia? Blackington? Which one? You ain't black, man, you're an Israelite. All right, you're an Israelite. All right, so, and you've been lied to, and you should be mad as hell, but you can continue with Esau, because he's Daddy E. He would never lie to us, man. And yep, that's how it's gonna work for you until you get led to your destruction. Okay, Daddy E, where are we going? Hey, turn around for a minute, Jerome. Whack, right in the head with a goddamn hammer. Oh, you're bleeding out. Oh, man. I should have listened to those guys. Too late, man, because you got led to your death. And the Lord rejected you. You know, Esau's not your friend, man. This is Proverbs 11 and 21. We're going to go ahead and close out. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. These Edomites are not going to get away with what they're doing. The Lord's going to come back and mess them up. All right? It's your job to not trust them. All right? Trust in the Lord. All right? Trust in the Lord. Let's get a scripture. Let's see. Right here, we'll get Psalms 118 and 8. And this is where we'll close out. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Esau is man. And it is what? It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. There you go, man. You be better off trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But not everyone's going to do it. But that's what we're going to do, Lord willing. We're going to keep on trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You go right on ahead. Keep trusting in the man. Let's see who ends up in a better predicament, right? And Lord willing, it's us. We make it to be part of the elect, all right? And Lord willing, we continue to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? You go right ahead and do what you're going to do. We're going to do what we're going to do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, we continue on the straight path. I myself, as well as you brothers and sisters out there. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Don't trust these enemies, man. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.